Bye. Good morning, guys. We are in Yen Minh. Today we're going to go to Dong Van. I think today is going to be a little bit less driving because we cut some things out that we were originally going to do just to make it more of an enjoyable, chill day. So yeah, this is day 2 of the Ha Giang Loop, guys. So let's go. Good morning. How are you? Good. Sleep a lot. Today the ride is 50 kilometers from Yen Minh to Dong Van, a bit less than yesterday. It would have been about 80 kilometers if we had gone to Lung Cuv flag point, but we decided to skip it to have an easier day of riding. We ran into some trouble shortly after we set off. Unbeknownst to us, our bag fell off the bike. A group of easy riders saw it happen and picked up the bag, which was rolling down the road. They honked at us and gave us our bike. Thank God, as my passport and everything was in it. So we had to tie it on the side of the road and hope it didn't happen again. The views were really getting very beautiful, and we were really feeling more relaxed than the first day, despite the bag falling. The day could not start without some coffee, of course, so we stopped at a rest point. Check out the toilet, guys. Nice mountain view toilet. Ing really liked just chilling and getting a coffee, and in retrospect it feels like maybe we should have stopped more often and chilled out at some of the viewpoints a bit more. We left the viewpoint and we kept going towards Dong Van, but then we got hungry, so we stopped in this little town and we got some food. So what do you think of this day so far?
I didn't see that in my face. It's chill, it's nice. Better yesterday.
Yeah.
While I'm sleeping now.
Yeah, yesterday, I guess we were kind of tired because we flew in to Hanoi and then we got on a bus at nighttime. And then we arrived at the hotel at like 3 a.m. And then at like 8 a.m. we started to prepare, and then at 9 a.m. we were out the door on the bike. Because I was expecting something like this. I was expecting like a chill vibe, like kind of chill city. And so yesterday was not at all what I was expecting, so I was kind of concerned, thinking like, oh, is it going to be like this the whole time? The menu was only in Vietnamese, but we used Google Translate, so no issues there. While we were eating, we heard a cry from a chicken in a little room right next to us upstairs, and then chopping sounds. So I guess that was a chicken being killed? Much different than anything you'll find in the West. After having lunch, we felt a lot better, and we were doing decently on time. So we took a detour to the Din Tu Ho Vuong Palace, which was once a mansion of the Vuong family, the most powerful Hmong clan in the region. 60,000. It was built in the early 20th century by Vuong Chin Nok, a Hmong king who allied with the French. It was nice to stop here, and the place was kind of just okay. I think there are more interesting things elsewhere on the Ha Giang Loop. As we pulled into Dong Van, we began searching for our hotel. It might be up here. And after driving around for a bit, we finally found it. Hey, buddy.
Alright, man.
You wouldn't expect a room like this in the middle of the mountains.
Oh, nice.
Alright guys, well we just got showered. Now we're gonna go to the city center. It's around 4 p.m. now, so yeah, do that, get to the city center, maybe come back before it gets dark or shortly after. And yeah, feeling a bit tired. Ing's feeling relaxed. I'm kind of relaxed. Yeah, I'm pretty relaxed, I would say, but a bit tired.
My dog, he want to go with you.
I see that.
This one, he often follow my gate from here to the center town, so you should be careful with him.
Okay, I will be careful. Thank you.
ระวังพี่ก่อน
On the way to check out the city center, we got pulled over by the police for the 4th time in the trip. But whereas with other times we were able to be let go without having to pay anything, this time we would not be so lucky. The police officer was fine with our international driver's permit, but I had failed to clip my motorbike helmet. So he wanted me to pay a $50 fine, but I was able to talk him down to $20. At the time, I was a bit frustrated and my adrenaline was spiked, but in retrospect, I feel it's a cheap lesson to learn, which is to just clip the helmet. So we paid the fine and then we drove on our way to the city center. I filmed my reaction after the stop, mostly complaining about getting pulled over and also admitting that I should have clipped the helmet. I also mentioned that the police officer was carrying a breathalyzer, and so we wouldn't be able to have a drink in town because those breathalyzers, they detect even the smallest amount of alcohol. So even if you're not over the legal limit, they'll still buzz red and then you have to pay a huge fine, meaning no beers at the nice bars in town. But when I watched the footage back, it just felt like I was being a bit too negative, and in the end, maybe it's a good thing. It kept us out of trouble and it allowed us to do the next thing. So instead of drinking, we found this popular viewpoint nearby, an old French fortress. We decided to hike it up before dinner, hoping we'd make it to the top in time for sunset. That is pretty, guys. Jesus. So we made it in time for the sunset, and we can see all of Dongban. Pretty spectacular views up here. Fucking hell, guys. This is beautiful. We met some other tourists up at the top of the viewpoint. One French guy who was riding a bicycle on the loop and hitchhiking the parts he couldn't do as it was more challenging than he had expected. It was getting dark, so we had to leave the viewpoint. We walked around the city center a while, searching for a restaurant that we liked. We settled on this fish soup place. It wasn't bad, but definitely not comparable to the food in Ho Chi Minh City or Hanoi. But fish in the mountains, I mean, who can complain? Well, that was day 2 of the Ha Giang Loop. We learned to tie our bag properly in the end, but I forgot to tie my helmet to my head. And I would say the roads are much nicer than the first day, and overall we're getting more comfortable on the road. But tomorrow is supposed to be a harder and even longer drive. So stay tuned for the next video, and thanks for watching.